Welcome. We are live Wednesday Night Magic. Muscles and Magic the Gathering. I'm your host. I am the Muscles, Bobby Maximus. These cards, Magic the Gathering. And tonight, stay tuned because we are going to do some live deck tech. One of my favorite things to do is tinker with my decks. We're going to go, we're actually going to tinker one of my favorite decks of all time, my A deck, my Urza deck, the man in the machine. But we're going to do some live deck tech. I've got a bunch of upgrades to make that I'd like to walk you through and just talk a little bit. We're going to do some pack rips. Now, I don't know 100% what I'm going to open yet, but one of the things that I am going to open is going to be this Secret Lair Alien Auroras, all right? And finally, we are going to do some Commander talk. Now, I just realized my big boy mic is not plugged in, so I'm going to plug that in right now, and hopefully you can still hear me. Hopefully this will transfer right now. And I'm going to check it out right now to see where we're drawing audio from, and I think that is going to work. So let me know if you are in the comments if I sound good. A lot to set up. I was so excited to get my deck tech. I didn't do my final tech check, but here we are. Camera good, mic good, and we are going to start with an opening because I am actually going to need these cards for my upgrades. In the meantime, if you have any questions Commander related, you want to talk about anything, you want to talk about Edge of Eternities, you want to talk about MTG Spider-Man, you want to talk about Avatar, I am game. So another one of these Black Lotus kind of videotapes, Stranger Things going on. It's funny, I actually had these, I've opened a bunch of Secret Lairs. I got a bunch of these, but I only got one of these video game ones. So I think that's got to mean it's pretty rare. But on that note, let's do an opening, all right? This is the Alien Auroras. You can see reprocess there. We're going to open these up because I am going to need a bunch of these for some deck upgrades. And I do not want to get caught short, if you will. So let's have a look at what we got. These are those beautiful Galaxy foils. So we have reprocess. We have aggressive mining. Sylvan Safekeeper, great in a landfall deck. A must include in a landfall deck. The Crucible of Worlds. The Zurin Orb. And I finally hit a plains. I have gotten swamps. I have gotten islands. We got a plains. I absolutely love these lands. Someone on one of the last lives said they remind them of bicycle playing cards. And I'm actually just going to take a moment here to go on my phone. I'm going to make sure that we are truly live. I'm using a streaming thing. I actually see some viewers in here right now. So we are live. Say hi. Come to the live. Say hi. Introduce yourself. If I've met you before, say hi again. But yeah, these are those Secret Lair Galaxy foils, and we are going to use those to populate some of our decks. So the first deck we are going to upgrade, and I'm constantly working on this one, is my Urza deck. And this deck is absolutely bonkers, all right? Urza, Lord High Artificer. And on that note, I've got to get on my side computer, and I've got to get my Mox Field up. There are a couple cards I want to include in this deck, and I want to make sure that I can adjust the deck list on Moxfield. If you go to my Moxfield, Bobby Maximus, you'll see a deck list of everything that I have. Midnight Guardian, nice. Only 2 more to go. Correct. It's good to see you again. You were here last week. This side computer is giving me all kinds of problems. It does not want me. The universe does not want me to make this $50,000 Urza deck even better. Yes, I said 50K. It is absolutely bonkers. You will love it. Stay tuned. Do not miss out on this. Let's get to Moxfield, see if this can work. And we are in business. The universe has yielded to my powers, and we are going to upgrade this Urza deck. Now, you guys are going to help me make these live upgrades because I got to take something out. I do not know what to put in. I might not upgrade it at all. I don't know. We will see. We will make these decisions together. But it's Wednesday Night Magic, and we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, so let me go to the man in the machine. All right, here's my Urza deck. So what cards first do I want to put in the Urza deck? And I did get out of these cards, let me see. The Arcbound Ravager, that could be an include. The Foundry Inspector could be an include. Let's see what else we have. And we have a couple of islands that are going to be includes in this deck. So that's what I want to include in this deck. And then the question is, what do we want to take out? So we do not have a Foundry Inspector in this deck. We could use one because it reduces the casting cost of my artifacts. It's a great card, and it's also really, really pretty. We also have the Arcbound Ravager. It's an artifact creature. We do not have an Arcbound Ravager yet. There's only 21 creatures in this deck. So the real question is, do we want to add to it, and do we want to make these changes? Let's take a quick look at this deck and see what we got in it. We're also going to include these 2 islands here. These are a must include. So I've got some great lands here, all right? We are probably going to replace a couple of these. Now, I kind of go by value when I do this a little bit. We got these Phyrexian lands, and we got these Dominaria lands. I think the Phyrexian ones are worth less, so we're going to replace 2 of these. My dogs are barking. Somebody is at the door. Something is going on, but I can't worry about that. I am doing Magic the Gathering right now. Can't stand when people come to the door during my lives. They should know better. I really need to put a sign up, busy. All right, we're going to take these 2 lands out. Remove one, and we're going to add some islands. All right. Let's add that. All right. And we're going to switch the printings to the new secret layer. I don't even know if these are up, to tell you the truth. Let's go SLD. Yeah, these are not even listed yet on Moxfield. They're from 2024. Actually, they're a little older, so maybe we could keep going back and find them. Secret layer drop lands. I am not finding these anywhere. Wow. Okay, they say 2024, so they got to be in here. I can't imagine a world where Moxfield does not have these listed, but here we are. They're nowhere to be found. This is really weird. I wonder how rare these are. All right, I might not be able to add these in my deck. This is actually the first time this has ever happened. Does anyone know about these? Because these should be in Moxfield, but they are not at all. And I don't know why I cannot find them. They are just not popping up, and they should. Everything's searchable on Moxfield. Okay, so scratch that. We're not adding those today. I'm going to remove that, and we are going to put the Dominaria ones back. Well, that is disappointing. Okay, Dominaria lands, you are on hold for a minute. All right. So now the question is, what are we going to take out of Urza if we put these in? I'm actually, before we do this, because these secret layers might not have been added, let's see if we can even find these. Foundry Inspector, all right. Okay, they are available to put in. All right, so we could put the Foundry Inspector in. I really, really want to. It's a great card. Let's see what we could potentially take out. So we got an island, Master Transmuter, Unstoppable Plan. Unstoppable Plan might not make the cut, all right. Master Transmuter, great card and a great way to cheat something like the Blightsteel Colossus onto the battlefield. We have a Trinket Mage. All right, that might get taken out, although I don't want to because it does act as a really good tutor. Cyclonic Rift. Time Spiral, we're not going to take that out. Blightsteel, we're not taking that out. Fabricate, we're not taking that out. Copy Artifact, we're not taking that out. Fierce Guardianship, I don't think we're going to remove that. It's a great, great counterspell. Mystical Tutor, we want that. We want a Tinker. I don't think we're taking out Time Walk. Let's be real. Mike says the Athphyrexian foil lands are my go-to. Yeah, they are beautiful. And the Midnight Guardian says I couldn't find the islands on Mana Box either. Yeah, really, really weird, right? Like they're just not listed. Black Lotus. What? Bobby Maximus, you have Black Lotus in your deck? Yes, I do. It is double sleeved. Don't panic. We're not taking that out. We're not taking a Mana Vault out. Not taking a Lion's Eye Diamond out. Not taking a Mox Diamond out, or a Winter Orb, or a Commander's Plate, or a Gilded Drake. Maybe the Force of Negation. Maybe that could get out, but I don't want to do it. Rhystic Study. Lightning Greaves we really, really want. I wonder if I have a better Lightning Greaves. I may. I may have a really nice Lightning Greaves from that last secret layer. So let's take a look. All right. Oh. The Giant of Babel. That could be an include too. Especially because it's Final Fantasy. I changed my deck so much, you guys. All right, I get these new cards and I want to include them and I really like them and it just kind of happens, you know? All right. Let's see what I can find. I'm looking for a really fancy Lightning Greaves here. I'm always trying to increase the bling of my deck, if you will. All right, let's see if I can find it. The Notion Thief. No, this is just a stack of cards that I love that I have. All right, I'm hoping to find my Lightning Greaves in here. And it appears I don't know what I did with it. Interesting. I wonder where that Lightning Greaves went. The deck is stacked, Mike. The deck is stacked. Let me get my green container here. All right, we are looking for a Lightning Greaves from that last secret layer. I don't know if you remember the one. It was the last one they released. I can't remember what it's called right now. But we are going to look for some cards. So let's have a look. All right, and I am just looking through some cards right now. I am sorry if you feel excluded. But I will show you what I want right now. It's not Sculpting Steel. It's not a Ghost Trap. Thankfully, I have all my artifacts here. I wonder if I actually used it already. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I did. And if that's the case, there's only one thing left to do. And that is to open another box. That would be easy enough to do. I wonder if I somehow missed it. All right. I've got these in relative order. White, blue. Oh, wait. We might have found some more. Nope. I do not have the Lightning Greaves I really, really want. Desynchronization is a great card, Mike. That's a good call. I don't think I have it in this deck, but it is a great card. It's from the Assassin's Creed set, and I absolutely love it. All right, we got a couple of tokens. A random Tolarian Academy. All right, I am not finding the card that I want. Let's take another look here. It is the Lightning Greaves. I might have to open another secret layer. You guys might get into the pack opening. I might have used it in another deck. That might actually be a real thing. All right. Oh. There's an expressive iteration. So it is from that set, right? Let's see what we got. There's Xenagos, God of Revels, Ancient Green Warden, Guardian Project. And these are, it looks like I do kind of have them in some kind of order. Where is this Lightning Greaves? Like, did I really use it already? And I might have. Like it's just... And here we go. This is most of the time I spend trying to organize my cards. I have so many of these things. I don't know what to do. Here's a Dam. Here's a Prismatic Ending. Here's a Sylvan Library. But it's from this set. Like, whatever this set was, that's where it's from. And I really think that I might have used it for another deck. So I might have to open up another secret layer to get my hands on that A-lister Lightning Greaves. I really, really like cool Lightning Greaves. Oh, I got a wicked Arcane Signet today, too, which is really, really cool. Unfortunately, I don't have my wallet on me. It is in my wallet. I got it from the GameStop today. What was the Arcane Signet? I actually don't have an Arcane Signet in here. So that's a saving grace. All right. So I don't have the Lightning Greaves, so it looks like I'm going to have to open one. Let's do it. Here it is. Nuestra Magia. All right. Let's rip this guy open and get a nicer Lightning Greaves than the one I have. There we go. I wonder what the special card here is. I wonder if it's a cool one. We are doing all the pack openings. We're doing all the deck upgrades today. And I'm just going to leave you a little suspense. Before we do that, we also might take out a Trinket Mage. I don't really want to, but it might be the card. It's like really hard to make cuts. I got to tell you. All right. Master Transmuter, like I said, that is not going anywhere. Maybe it could. Maybe it could. All right. It's not the best card in this deck. So we have the Tyrus Provisioner. We have the Sylvan Library. Ancient Green Warden, Expressive Iteration, Xenagos. There's the Lightning Greaves I want. There is one of the Soul Rings I want. I bet you and Tibalt's Trickery. That was a special card. Not great. Okay, there is the Lightning Greaves that I want. So where is my other Lightning Greaves? I think we're going to replace it depending on value. All right? Just cut out a land. That's a really, really bad suggestion, Mike. It's actually really funny. I do not want to cut out a land. I like a lot of lands. Man, you are the devil on my shoulder, though. All right, Lightning Greaves. Let's switch the printing to this Secret Layer drop. And this one actually wins. Absolutely, this wins. It's worth $11. So I'm going to make that switch out. I am always switching to the most expensive, the best cards. Boom. All right, there we go. A better Lightning Greaves for this deck. We have increased the value. All right, we decided we are not cutting the Time Walk. We are not cutting the Black Lotus. Simulacrum Synthesizer. Great card. All right. And that would also really work well with the Founder Inspector. Isochron Scepter. The Unwinding Clock. The One Ring. Mana Drain. Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. That could be a cut for an artifact creature. Mox Amber. Grim Monolith. Metalworker. No way we are cutting the Metalworker. Midnight Guardian said you only had 21 creatures, though. Correct. Lotus Petal. Chrome Mox. Jeweled Lotus. Steel Overseer. Not getting cut because it's a beautiful card. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Not cutting any of my Kaladesh Inventions. All right. Oh, look at that Soul Ring and that Mana Crypt. Those are beautiful cards, I just got to say. Phantasmal Image. Maybe that could get cut. Inventor's Fair. City of Traders. War Room. Urgus Saga. Academy Rover. Cyberdrive Awakener. Great card. Great card. What did we add here, by the way? Ooh. This is problematic. It says I have 102 cards in this deck. And that cannot be right. What else did I add that was not here? We know I added the Founder Inspector, so we're going to remove that. And what else did I add? Does anyone know? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The Lightning Greaves. Nope, it was not that. Something got added here, and I don't know what it is, so we're going to have to play around. It says I have 101 cards in this deck, and I certainly do not. I do have an Infect Commander deck. Okay, so let's, we're going to have to go through this piece by piece, okay, guys? This happens sometimes. I screwed up my Mox field somehow. We have Urza the Lord High Artificer. Okay, that is one of the 100. We are going to now look for our Planeswalkers. We're looking for Narset and Tezzeret. All right, so we'll actually just go through all the cards here. We'll just put them in order. I think I might have added an extra land by accident, so I'm just going to put some of these over to the side. Ooh, I have a Displacer Kitten. That's a really good card. So there's the Narset and the Tezzeret the Seeker. All right. So those will stay in here. All right. The Narset Parter of Veils could go, but it is such a good competitive card. It's one of the best Planeswalkers ever, especially for competition. But this deck is about the bling, and this is only worth 81 cents. It is a game changer, though. All right. So let's put these right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, a Library of Alexandria. Beautiful lands right there. A Skithiryx deck would actually be really, really fun, to tell you the truth. Okay, let's see how many lands we have, guys. We're supposed to have 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I got to have more lands. $33, $34. Maybe I only have 34 lands in this deck. Wouldn't that be something? I think I solved the mystery. So let's see what we have here. All right, so the first land up is the Academy Ruins. So let's look for that. I do this a lot. I put my stuff in order. So we have the Academy Ruins. Okay. The next one up is the Ancient Tomb in the City of Traders. There's a City of Traders. And there's the Ancient Tomb. Okay. Next one up is the Command Beacon and the Inventor's Fair. Command Beacon. Inventor's Fair. I wish I had the more of those Marvel ones. And yes, I am using the One Ring. All right. The first island up is this fancy one here. I think the islands is where I messed up, guys. I don't have that one in here. All right, I think I figured out the mystery. I think I only have 34 lands in this deck. I think I know where I went wrong. All right, this was actually really, really quick. Let me take a look through some of these. When I get to my One Ring, I will show you it. This deck tech, man, this has opened up a whole can of worms for me, right? There's the One Ring, by the way. $34 lands, that is running light. That is no good. Who thinks 34 lands is not enough? Anybody? Anybody? Yep, I found the missing land. All right, let's get it out of here. So I only have 34 lands in this deck. It does run light on lands, but it is Urza, Lord High Artificer. It could probably handle it. Okay, so disaster averted. We have Urza, we have Tezzeret, we have Narset Parter of Veils. Narset Parter of Veils, we agreed, might go in the junk pile, although I love it. I don't want to do it for competitiveness, but I am bigger on building decks for theme, all right? The One Ring, not going anywhere. Iconic artifact. Cyberdrive Awakener, not going to anywhere. It is a really, really good artifact. Psy Master Thopterist, not going anywhere. I want to create a bunch of artifacts. Although Psy could potentially go. He's only worth 56 cents. For collectability, he might get cut. Snapcaster, not getting cut. Mental Misstep. Really good competitive card, could get cut. Swan Song. Hull Breacher, not getting cut. War of Invention, not getting cut. Maybe. Not getting cut, not getting cut, not getting cut. Displacer Kitten. Too good to get Urza back and forth to the field. All right. Phyrexian Metamorph, not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Platinum Empyrean's a really good card, by the way. Spellskite could potentially get out. Dramatic Reversal, not going anywhere. Gifts Ungiven, not going anywhere. Expedition Map, I need that for a Tolarian Academy. Force of Will, Platinum Angel, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Sculpting Steel, Python Needle, Grindstone, Cloudstone Curio, Hangerback Walker, Steel Overseer, Jeweled Lotus, Chrome Wax, Lotus Petal, Metal Worker, Grim Monolith, Mox Hammer, Mana Drain, Unwinding Clock, Icecron Scepter, Simacrum Synthesizer, not going anywhere. Rhystic Study, Gilded Drake, Commander's Plate, Winter Orb, Mox Diamond, Lion's Eye Diamond, Mana Vault, the Black Lotus, Time Vault, Tinker, Mystical Tutor, First Guardianship, Copy Artifact, Fabricate, Blightsteel Colossus, Time Spiral, Cyclonic Rift, and Lightning Greaves. None of those are going anywhere. Okay, and we only have 34 lands. That's actually very problematic for me. I feel like I need more. But in an Urza deck, we are probably okay. So now the real question is, what are we going to take out, gang? The total mana value of this deck currently sits at 170, which is nice and low. It's going to move really, really fast. War of Invention allows me to put a card onto the battlefield. I do not want to cut that because it's a great way to cheat out the Blightsteel. Okay, so we have 3 cards we might want to put in. The Arc-Bound Ravager, the Foundry Inspector, and the Giant of Babel. All right? So Spellskite is a possibility. Mental Misstep's a possibility. Psy, the Master Thopterist, is a possibility. Narset is a possibility. Phantasmal Image, I don't really want to cut that because it helps me copy my Blightsteel Colossus. So does Sakashima. So those are going to stay in here. Master Transmuter allows me to cheat out a Blightsteel, not going anywhere. Trinket Mage, it's a really, really good tutor for a lot of those low casting cost artifacts. All right, and I can blink it back and forth and abuse it to get all my artifacts out. So I don't really want to do that. Psy Master Thopterist has to go. I think you are right on that, Mike. Let's get it out of here. All right, now what are we going to put in? That is the question, right? So, the Foundry Inspector, it reduces the casting cost. The Giant of Babel, really, really great card. Actually, it's super good, and I like it. It's the Final Fantasy one. I'm answering my own questions here. It's worth $15. Oh, yeah, that's going in for sure. Giant of Babel, foil, made the cut. And the value of this deck has went up again. All right. So now, what do we cut out of these 5? Narset, Unstoppable Plan, which is a great card. Force of Negation, Spellskite. Let's see what they're worth. Force of Negation is $85. That is not getting cut. This is my A deck. So, Mike, you are not wrong on the Ethereum Sculptor. The one reason I want to include the Foundry Inspector is because it costs 3, and that triggers that Simulacrum synthesizer. So, and it's a really cool secret layer version of it. Just so you know my thinking, but you're not wrong, by the way, on how you're thinking. So the question is, what do we get rid of? Narset, Unstoppable Plan, Spellskite, or Mental Misstep? What's your vote, Mike? I actually like the way you think. What are you thinking? All right? Not wrong on the Ethereum Sculptor. You earned my respect with that call out. But sometimes I'm building for collectability. So the question, my friend, is which one do we get rid of? I can use Mental Misstep in another deck. It's just a really good playable card, and it's worth $7, so I don't necessarily want to cut it. The Spellskite is worth $8. I don't know if I want to cut that. Unstoppable Plan. That costs $8. Great card. Narset is the one that I think needs to go. It's only worth 81 cents. And it's a great card. And Mental Misstep is a little niche, but it is good. One of the things that this is really, really good for is you can counter somebody's Soul Ring on turn 1 by just paying life. Even if you don't have any mana out, right? Which can be huge. Like, this is like a turn 1 game saver sometimes. Does that make sense? Niche, yes, but it's a great way to shut somebody else down. And it's also worth some money. Like, this is what I'm going to. Narset can help your opponent. I think that's a good point, Midnight Guardian. I think we're going to take Narset out. It is a great card. It's a great shutdown card, but it's not worth a lot, and you do have a good point, right? Because it helps everyone at the table. Let's put in Foundry Inspector for Narset. All right. Okay, there we go. That was a hard one, but I do play for collectability. Like, this isn't just for ultimate winning. Let's see what that Arcbound Ravager is worth, because that's interesting to me. No price listed, but a lot of them are worth $9, $12, stuff like that. So yeah, let's put that in. The Arcbound Ravager is going to go in. And the question is, what are we going to remove for it? All right. What are we going to remove for the Arcbound Ravager, everybody? How about Spellskite? I kind of want to put the Spellskite back. Ugh! Guys, come on. Spellskite's just a really good card. And that is the Modern Masters foil. Okay, Spellskite's going to make the cut. All right, here's the cut. Do we want to get rid of Unstoppable Plan or Mental Misstep? I really, really like Ether Drift. I really, really like these yellow cards. Mental Misstep can really come in a handy turn 1. Right? But I do not mind long, drawn-out games, right? Just Mental Misstep allows me to just constantly untap everything at my end step or Unstoppable Plan does, and it's a really pretty card. Let's get rid of Mental Misstep. It's good, but it's not making the cut. You're not wrong on that, Mike. Okay. Arcbound Ravager. There we go. The total mana value of the deck is 172, so it's still really, really low. Insane deck. Okay, we are done with Urza. There we go. Thank you for helping me do that, by the way. So there is my Urza deck. That is now complete. Let's see what else we got to alter here. Oh, I know one we could do. Let's stick with the artifact theme. All right, by the way, you guys got me for about an hour tonight. Thank you, Midnight Guardian. Okay, so here is my Brea deck. All right, we have got Brea. Rise of the Machines is what the deck is called on my Moxfield. And I'll show you the cards I want to include before we go over this, right? This beautiful Soul Ring right here. It's too bad these islands aren't in there. Okay. Reprocess. Beautiful card. Allows for a ton of card draw. Goblin Engineer. Aethersworn Canonist. Dance of the Manse. Those are the 5 that I could potentially put in from these secret layers that I really, really, really like. All right. So now the question is, what do we take out and what are these worth? Oh, Mike, I actually filmed a Frodo and Sam deck. It will go up in the next couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for the editing on it. But I did do a Frodo and Sam deck, so stay tuned. That is coming for you. So these are the cards that I could potentially put in. All right? Let's look for some potential cuts, okay, everyone? So this is my Brea Ethereum Shifter deck. We're not going to take out a Mana Bolt. We're not going to take out a Grim Monolith. Yes, I have another Mox Diamond. We're not taking that out. We're not taking out the One Ring. We're not taking out the Mana Crypt. We are not taking out the Goblin Welder. It is too good. The Aethersworn Canonist. Let's see what one is worth more. Oh, this secret layer drop is worth way more. That is an easy cut. Emily, Lurker of the Lock. What a great card this is. Because you could just get all the target artifacts from your graveyard. So that's not going anywhere. Mendicant Core Guidelight. That's going to be a hard one for me to cut because I really like Ether Drift. But I really think it could go in place of one of these other cards. So that's a potential cut. Okay, Mendicant could get cut. We're not cutting the Ancient Copper. We're not cutting Blightsteel. Someone had mentioned the Ethereum Sculptor. We're not going to cut that. Great card. But we could put the Foundry Inspector. So maybe. Hull Breacher. I don't really want to cut Hull Breacher, but we could. Master Transmuter. Nope. Cheat out artifacts. Benny Brax. What's Benny Brax go for? $2.65? We could cut out Benny Brax, but he is great for card draw. I really like card draw. Walking Ballista, not going anywhere. Baleful Strix. What a great card, and it's a beautiful $8 version of it. Academy Manufacturer, not getting rid of that. Tolarian Academy, there's no world where we're getting rid of that. Psy again, he might need to go, but this is a Thopter deck, you know. Zorn, Treasure Tokens, not getting rid of that. Works too well with Brea. Dockside. Goldspan. Jan Jansen. What a beautiful card. Urza. Mirkwood Bats, because we're making all the tokens. The Esper Sentinel. Mondrak. Platinum Angel. Doretti. Tezzeret the Seeker. What's Tezzeret worth? $15. That ain't going anywhere. Saheeli Ray. Absolutely love Saheeli. Could get cut. Tezzeret Artifice Master. Not getting any cut. Oh, actually, that's the least value one. That might go. Okay. Master of the Bridge. Mechanized Production Win Condition. Revel of Riches Win Condition. Thopter Spy Network. What's that one worth? 52 cents. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Another unstoppable plan. We could get rid of that. Smothering Tithe. Ristic Study. Attercar Wastes. I'm going to speed through these lands, because we're not taking out any lands. Oh, World Waker Helm. I wonder what that's worth. World Waker Helm. $15. Not cutting that. Not cutting Iron Man. Not cutting Mox. Stride Hanger Automation. Artifact Creature. That could potentially go. But it does help with Thopters. Darksteel Forge. Aetherflux Reservoir. Time Sieve. Unwinding Clock. Radiant Lotus. Ooh, look at that Adventurous Fair. That's the one I wanted for the Urza deck. By the way, thanks for spending time with me tonight and doing this. Tinker. Fierce Guardianship. Swan Song. Maybe that could go. Swords to Plowshares. Not going anywhere. Fabricate. Not going anywhere, especially it's the Warhammer version. Light and Tutor. Imperial Seal. Vampiric Tutor. Demonic Tutor. Scroll Rock. Soul Ring. Arcane Signet. Skull Clamp. What a good card. Lotus Petal. Lightning Greaves. Okay. So, we have got our potential cuts. And our potential cuts are Swan Song, Stride Hanger, Unstoppable Plan, Thopter Spy Network, Tezzeret, Saheeli, Psy, Benny Brax, Hull Breacher, Ethereum Sculptor, and Mendicant. I think Mendicant's going to be the first one to go. I'm trying to get rid of non-Thopter based cards first. And we are going to put in the Reprocess. It's a sorcery. $9, $9.99 for the Galaxy Foil. Okay, that was a good deal. Increase the value of this deck is now $2,800. Wow. You are right, Midnight Guardian. Bolus's Citadel and Sensei's Divining Top are great cards, but I do not have any. And if I did have those, I would also put in an Aetherflux Reservoir. It makes an insane combo, all right? Like basically unlimited. But yeah, no, these are not in there. All right, now, do we take out the Hull Breacher? I love it, but we could take it out. The Soul Ring I was going to take out, but we are not going to because I had a better Soul Ring. What's Dance of the Manse worth? $20. Definite include. We're going to take out for that. We're probably going to take out the Unstoppable Plan. All right. Dance of the Manse is a massive upgrade. And it's the beautiful Galaxy Foil. Okay, that's why I bought that. Now the Goblin Engineer. What are we going to take that out for? So Swan Song's worth $10. We're not going to take that out. I think we're either going to take the Ethereum Sculptor or the Hull Breacher out. Hull Breacher's only worth $1.35, but it does make treasure tokens. Ethereum Sculptor, $2.39. Yan Jansen is 30 cents, but it's a great card. This is a Thopter deck, so I don't really want to get rid of that. It works actually really well with Brea. I agreed with you in Urza for getting rid of it, but right now I don't think so. The Arcane Signet in this deck is only worth 45 cents, which sucks. Let me see the... What do we got? What do we got? Thopter Spy Network. Great card. I think the Artifice Master. But you could create Thopters. That's bad. It might be Saheeli Ray. But Saheeli Ray is super powerful. Benny Brax is great for card draw. Create a token, draw a card. Really, really good. I don't want to remove any of the Thopter cards because this is a Thopter deck. So guys, listen. We are looking at one of these three. Okay? Actually, one of these four. Let's take a look here, actually. One of these three. Which do we remove? All right? Keep in mind, Saheeli Ray. Actually, one of these, yeah. Who do we remove? The Goblin Engineer. Someone's got to go. Someone has to go. This is even tougher than the last deck, Midnight Guardian. This is why I have fun doing this. This is what takes all my time. All right. Who goes? Who goes? Like... Benny Brax is worth $2.65, but it's great for card draw. But I am reducing the mana cost here. Saheeli Ray is insane for copying the Blightsteel Colossus or getting stuff on the battlefield. Hull Breacher is great for creating treasure tokens, but it is a banned card and it's only worth $1.35. But, like, if it wasn't banned, there was no world in which I would take that out. You know what I mean? And then the Ethereum Sculptor. I feel like the Ethereum Sculptor is the one that can go, given all this. Mana value of the deck is still 193. All right? And the Goblin Engineer is a funner card to play. All right, so there we go. Okay, deck number 2 is done. Woo! That was kind of fun. All right, so we just did those. Now, what else do we have over here? We're not doing the Magical Academy of Aretuza. We're not doing the Treasure Island. The Woodland Realms, a great card. The Eastern Coven. Okay, so we got to figure out what we are going to upgrade now. What deck are we going to upgrade, gang? What do you think? I got so many good cards here. Good decks. What deck do I want the bling factor to go up in? I had another Foundry Inspector. Wow. Another Ether Sword and Catanus. Wow. Yeah, a lot of cards. Not going to lie. I might need to build some more decks. I have way too many cards, everyone. Okay, you know what we might do? You know what we might just have to do? We might have to do my equipment deck. Here we go. Let's do the equipment deck and we'll call it a night. How's that, everyone? Okay. This is a beautiful equipment deck. It is called Katanakaji no Seito. If you know what that means, you win a prize. It's $789. And it's going to get upgraded. So, what are we going to upgrade into this deck? That is the real question. Now, this is my equipment deck, so I'm going to show you the cards that we are looking to add. We'll start there, and then we'll go through the deck. So we are looking to add Cloud. We are looking to add the Staff of the Storyteller, SRAM, Senior Edificer. We are looking to add a Dockside Extortionist, maybe. We have a Lightning Bolt in this deck. Let's see. We do not. That could be a potential. Okay. We are looking to add Bling Matters, the Colossus Hammer, the Ranger Captain of Eos, a Gamble, there are some rebels in this deck. Sword of Truth and Justice, Forjanu, Umezawa's Jitty, the Blade of Selves. Those are all potential adds. Great pieces of equipment. Okay, those are the potential adds. All right, let's take a look at what we are going to put in here, okay? We're not taking out the Swift. Ah! What's that worth? Maybe we'll take out the boots. Brunner Battlehammer. Maybe take that out. Witch Enchanter. Maybe take that out. Although that's worth a bit of money, that one. $3.99. Otari. Sun's Glory. What's that one worth? $3.96. This is the Rebel tokens, but high casting cost. Jor Gadin, 38 cents. Not a bad card. Cole the Forge Master, 14 cents. Perforce, God of the Forge, not going anywhere. Rev Master Smith. Togo Goblin Weaponsmith. Ancient Copper Dragon, not going anywhere. Elishnorn, not going anywhere. Aurelia the War Leader, not going anywhere. Aster, the Bearer of Blades, potentially. Denitha, 71 cents. Massive casting cost. Armored Sky Hunter. 426, not going anywhere. Sword of the Realms. But it's also a god. Let's see. Oh, it's Halver, God of Battle. 35 bucks. Fuck no, that is... Sorry, YouTube. That ain't going anywhere. Ivor, Battle Ready. Not going anywhere. Nah, that can't go anywhere. That's too good. Winota, Joiner of Forces, not going anywhere. Voice of Victory, not going anywhere. Grand Abolisher, not going anywhere. Actually, Voice of Victory might go somewhere. No, it's worth too much money. Drenith Magistrate, not going anywhere. Delny, not going anywhere. Underworld Breach, not going anywhere. Assemble the Legion. What is that? That's an enchantment. 44 cents. That could potentially go somewhere. Forging the Titrite Sword. That could go. Forge anew. Actually, let's take care of that right now, because we are going to do the Final Fantasy version of that. Funny enough, the non-foil one is worth way more. Oh, face cam is gone. Thank you, everyone. Let's, probably the battery gave out on it. There we go. How's that? Not ideal, but it's all right. So Forge Anew is better. Thank you for that, Midnight Guardian. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so Forge Anew, we made a change. We upgraded the value. Great. Not taking out any of the lands as much as I want to. Thanks for putting that in my head. Okay. I'm actually going to try this out again here. Let me see if I can switch out the battery. We're going to go overtime today. I'm okay with it. All right. Yeah, the battery overheats on the camera sometimes. All right, let's see. Thanks for the heads up, Midnight. All right, it won't let me get the good camera again. Nope. Ah, I did. There we go. Fixed it. Tech genius. All right. Let's look at the value of these swords. And I don't really want to take out any of the swords, because they all are great artifacts. Recruiter of the Guard. What a great card that is. Not taking that out. Colossus Hammer. We know we want Gaia's Dark Hammer. Okay. Increasing the value of this deck. Might take out Molnar. Maybe the Leline Axe. Oh, Umezawa's Jit. We do have a new Soul Ring. Okay. Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients. That could potentially go. Pure Steel Paladin, not going anywhere. Cigar Aid, not going anywhere. Sword of Fire and Ice, not going anywhere. SRAM. Arbuzmir. Bureau Headmaster might go. Steel Shaper Stiff not going. Okay. Did I have 2 Swiftfoot boots in here? Really? Uh-oh. I did. It means I am missing some cards here. Okay. I really messed up, guys. So we're going to have to figure this out together. Let's make some changes, and then let's see what we have and don't have, and we might be able to add some different things. Because I had 2... Oh, wait. That's a different Swiftfoot Boots. That's from a different deck. I don't even know where this came from. Wow. Put it back in the wrong one. This is why I color code my things. All right, I will find that in a minute. Okay, let's get this SRAM, first of all. We're going to use the Final Fantasy version. $7.36. That's an easy change to make. There we go. By the way, really, really enjoying tonight with you, so thank you very much. Soul Ring. Umezawa's Jit. Let's see if we have a better version of it. If the Final Fantasy one is worth more. $20. That's an easy trade. Okay. Sometimes I swap out for artwork. Yes, that's exactly what I did in value, okay? So there we go. Sword of Truth and Justice. Do I have a Sword of Truth and Justice in here? I do not. Wonder what that is worth these days. Oh, Cloud. Okay. Soul Ring. Let's get rid of the Soul Ring. Little upgrade in price. Done. Okay, what's a Sword of Truth and Justice worth? $27. Well, that needs to go in there. So the question is, what are we going to remove? And I say we get rid of Nahiri for that. Nahiri is great, but it's a Planeswalker. It's only 85 cents. It lowers the overall mana value of the deck. So that makes sense to this guy. Titus. Hey man, on the channel after watching the Krenko video, ordered some upgrades based off your recommendations. Unfortunately, I can't afford some of the best upgrades. Yeah, that's always the battle. That is always the battle, Brad. But tell me what you ordered. I would love to hear about it. Do I have any creature cards with mana value 1 or less? Nope, I do not. So, Ranger Captain of Eos, you are going to wait your turn. All right. I don't think I'm going to put in Dockside or VV's Thunder Magic. All right. So we have 3 potential cards we might put in now. The Blade of Selves, Staff of the Storyteller. I don't need it because it's not equipment. It might be Clive's Invictus. Let me see. Blade of Selves. $7. Not bad. We're going to put that in. Okay. We do have a gamble. Probably going to save that for another deck. What is the Leeline Axe worth? $6. Not bad. High casting cost, though. Let's get rid of it. Okay. For the Blade of Cells, that seems like a fair trade. Equipment for equipment. Okay. I like that. It's a better art, and it's worth more money. So that's actually an increase. Now, the real one is Cloud. Who are we taking out for Cloud? Probably Molder. Molder's only worth $2.13. Let's get rid of Molder. It's a good card, but we can get rid of it. And you know we have to have Cloud in the equipment deck. Let's see what that guy's worth. The normal version is $24. This version is $73.43. So now this deck's worth $923. What a great, yeah, that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I want to include Gamble, but a lot of these cards are equipment specific and they're kind of cool and I don't use them in other decks. So I think I'm actually just going to keep them. And Witch Enchanters with a little bit of money. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this, guys. All right. That was fun. Upgraded some decks. Now, let's help me. Stay with me here. Why are you saying dang, Midnight Guardian? Let's solve the mystery before I go for the night of the Swiftfoot Boots. Oh, man. Oh, boy. It's not Sacred Tree. The Driller's Hive. It might be the Driller's Hives. Nope. Tower of Bones. Nope. You know where I think it's from? My secondary elf deck, the Niflgardian Empire. Yes, it is. Solved the mystery, Midnight Guardian. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, we solved the mystery of the Swiftfoot Boots. So, little tip, guys. I have 57 commander decks, by the way. What I do is, you'll see the color here. I put them all in different sleeves for this reason. Because sometimes a card gets out of place and you can't find it. And look at that. Look at that match. Okay, perfect. Sometimes you get cards out of place, especially when I'm always doing videos, deck tech, things of that nature. So, yeah, 3 really, really good upgrades tonight. I think that was a blast. I think that was a lot of fun. I don't know what else I could upgrade tonight. I'm sure there's some things, but we will save for the next episode of Muscles and Magic the Gathering. And this is what I do on these lives. I do some deck upgrades live. Thank you for everyone that came by. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the positivity. We do have some Secret Lair cards to add to some other decks, but I'm going to have to keep building decks. And we are going to keep having fun. So, there we go. What a great day. Opened some Secret Lair, did some deck tech, did some Commander talk, showed off some of my favorite things. Listen, I love you. Thank you for being part of my community, Magic the Gathering for life. Played for 31 years, and this is what I love doing. So I will see you next time. And yeah, thanks for coming to the live. And yeah, Midnight Guardian, you have a great night as well. Thank you for